Welcome back to Statistics Made Simple, and I'm Savita Balsang. In this video, I'll be solving some important questions on the normal distribution, that is question number 32, which carries 5 marks. So the normal distribution question is a sure question in the second PUC final examination paper. In this video, I'm solving important questions on the normal distribution. So in the second PUC statistics question paper, question number 32 will be based on the normal distribution, which is a 5 marker and it is a sure question. So I'll be solving about 6 to 7 different types of problems which can be asked under question number 32. Problem 1. X is a normal variate with mean 42 and standard deviation 4. Find the probability that a value taken by X is first subdivision less than 50, second subdivision greater than 50, third subdivision less than 40, fourth subdivision greater than 40, fifth between 40 and 44, and sixth between 37 and 41. So usually you will get 2 subdivisions for 5 marks, and again I'm repeating, this is a sure question, question number 32. So you can get similar type of questions which I am solving, but you will get 2 subdivisions for 5 marks. So let us write the information which is given. So the normal distribution has 2 parameters, mu and sigma. Mu is the mean, so mu is equal to 42, and the standard deviation is sigma, which is equal to 4. The next step is we write the formula for the standard normal variate. The standard normal variate is denoted by z, which is equal to x minus mu by sigma, which follows normal 0, 1. Now let us start with the first subdivision, that is consider. It is probability of X is less than 50. So now we have to standardize. So if you look at this side of this slide, this is the statistical tables for the area under the normal curve from Z to infinity, and then you also have the area under the normal curve from minus z to infinity. So you will be given these tables for the exam, and you have to make use of these tables to find the area under the normal curve. And also observe the heading of the table. It is area under the normal curve from z to infinity, or area under the normal curve from minus z to infinity. So remember that you can find out the area under the normal curve only from any number to infinity. That number can be positive or it can be negative, but it's only from any number to infinity we can find out the area. So now because these tables are in terms of z, you have to standardize. So what do we mean by standardize? From x, you have to subtract mu and divide by sigma, then write less than, then write 50 and subtract mu and divide by sigma. So this is equal to probability of x minus mu by sigma is nothing but z is less than 50 minus 42 divided by 4. So this is equal to, you will get probability of z is less than 2. So next let us draw the standard normal curve. So usually when we draw the standard normal curve, because it is symmetric and asymptotic, there has to be a gap between the curve and the x-axis. So here you mark minus infinity, then you mark infinity, the center line is z equal to 0. So this is the standard normal curve. Next you have to look at the value which you have got here. It is 2. 2 is a positive number, so mark it on the right tail and then write z is equal to 2. Now look at the symbol. Now because this symbol is less than, you have to shade to the right left of the value. So because the symbol is less than, you have to shade to the left of 2. So shade from 2 to minus infinity. So shade from 2 to minus infinity. So whatever area you have shaded, you write it in words. So this is equal to area from 2 to minus infinity. But can we find out the area from 2 to minus infinity? We cannot find out. Why? So here we have minus infinity, but the heading is area under normal curve from z to infinity, or area under the normal curve from minus z to infinity. So when we get area from any number to minus infinity, we have to change the sign throughout. So this becomes area from 2 will become minus 2 to minus infinity will become infinity. Now why we can do this is because the normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. So because it is a symmetric distribution, area from 2 to minus infinity will be the same as the area from minus 2 to infinity. So if you search in the tables here, when you're watching the video, you can zoom the tables and see. So the area from minus 2 to infinity, you will get the answer as 0.9772. So remember that all these areas are probabilities. So the answer should be between 0 and 1, and it cannot be negative. So now let's start with subdivision B. So subdivision B is, you should find the probability that a value taken by x is greater than 50. So write consider probability of x greater than 50. So what is the next step now? You have to standardize. So standardize means from x subtract mu and divide by sigma. Then write the sign greater than. Then write the number 50, again subtract mu and divide by sigma. So this is equal to probability of x minus mu by sigma is z is greater than 50 minus, substitute for mu which is given in the problem as 42 and the sigma value is 4. So on simplification, you will get probability of z is greater than 2. So next what you should do now, you should draw the standard normal curve. The center line is z equal to 0. Then mark minus infinity and infinity. Then look at the number here, it is positive. So mark it on the right tail of the curve. So z is equal to 2. Next, look at the symbol. Because the symbol is greater, you have to shade to the right. So when you have greater, shade to the right of the value. Okay, so you have to shade from 2 to infinity. So shade from 2 to infinity, and whatever area you have shaded, you write it in words. So this is equal to area from 2 to infinity. Then in the statistical tables, under the heading area from z to infinity, under column z, look for the number 2 and then see under column 0, you'll get the answer, that is 0.0228. So therefore, probability of x greater than 50 is equal to 0.0228. So this is the second subdivision. Now let's move on to the third subdivision. It is probability of x less than 40. So write consider probability of x, it is less than 40. So again you have to standardize. So this is equal to probability of x minus mu by sigma is less than 40 minus mu divided by sigma. So this is probability of x minus mu by sigma is z is less than, it is 40 minus 42 divided by 4. So this is equal to probability of z. 40 minus 42 is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 4, you will get minus 0.5. So again, draw the standard normal curve. So z is equal to 0, mark minus infinity and infinity. Now we have got a negative value. So minus 0.5, you should mark it on the left tail of the curve. So z is equal to minus 0.5. Then look at the symbol here, it is less than. So whenever it is less than, shade to the left of the value. So shade from minus 0.5 to minus infinity, and then you write it inverse. This is equal to area from minus 0.5 to minus infinity. Now remember that we can find out the area from any number to infinity. Now because it is minus infinity here, you have to rewrite the sentence as area from, it will change the sign throughout, it will become area from 0.5 to infinity. And what is the reason for this? Because it is a symmetric distribution. So now if you search in the normal tables the area from 0.5 to infinity, you will get the answer as 0.3085. So therefore probability of x less than 40 is equal to 0.3085. So start with subdivision D, that is probability of x greater than 40. So write consider probability of x greater than 40. This is equal to probability of x minus mu by sigma is greater than 40 minus mu divided by sigma, which is equal to probability of z greater than 40 minus 42 divided by 4, which is equal to probability of, it will be z greater than minus 2 by 4 is minus 0.5. Then draw the standard normal curve. So center line is z equal to 0, minus infinity, infinity. Then this value is minus 0.5, it is negative. So mark it on the left tail, z is equal to minus 0.5. Then look at the symbol, it is greater than. So when it's greater than, you should shade to the right of the value. So shade from minus 0.5 to infinity. So this is equal to area from minus 0.5 to infinity. So we can find out the area from any number to infinity. So the area from minus 0.5 to infinity is 0.6915. So therefore probability of x greater than 40 is equal to 0.6915. So we move on to the next subdivision, that is subdivision E. Now it's important to know how to write the expression correctly. It's between 40 and 44. So write consider probability of, first write 40 is less than x is less than 44. So this is read as x lies between 40 and 44. So make sure that the signs are less than. So this is equal to, from all these three terms you should subtract mu and divide by sigma, that is you have to standardize. So probability of 40 minus mu divided by sigma, write the less than symbol, then write x, subtract mu, divide by sigma, then less than, write the number 44, subtract mu and divide by sigma. So this is equal to probability of 40 minus 42 divided by 4 is less than z is less than 44 minus 42 divided by 4, which is equal to probability of, here you will get minus 0.5 is less than z is less than, here you will get 2 divided by 4 is 0.5. Then draw the standard normal curve. So mark z equal to 0, minus infinity and infinity. Now first take the value minus 0.5, it is negative. So mark it on the left tail. So z is minus 0.5. Next is 0.5 is positive. So mark here z is equal to 0.5. Now z is lying between these two numbers. So you have to shade only between minus 0.5 and 0.5. So remember that if you have greater than symbol, shade to the right of the value. If you have less than symbol, you shade to the left of the value. And here, because z is lying between these two numbers, you have to shade between only those two numbers. And this is equal to area from minus 0.5 to 0.5. Now this is important. We cannot find out the area from one number to another, but we can find out the area only from one number to infinity. So now you should learn to do these kind of problems correctly. So from the starting point of the shading, that is from minus 0.5 till infinity, you draw one bracket, whichever kind of bracket you can draw. Then from the ending point of the shading till infinity, you should draw another bracket. So the larger flower bracket area minus the smaller flower bracket area will give us whatever area is shaded. So this is equal to, first write the bigger flower bracket area. So this is equal to area from, it is minus 0.5 to infinity minus the area from, that is a smaller flower bracket. So this is equal to area from 0.5 to infinity. This is important. You should learn correctly how to do it. So if you see the tables, the area from minus 0.5 to infinity, it is 0.6915, just like the previous subdivision. And then area from 0.5 to infinity, so this is 0.3085. So the final answer is 0.3830. So this is the final answer. The sixth subdivision, consider probability. You have to find out between 37 and 41. So write probability, then write the number 37 less than x less than 41. So this is read as x lies between 37 and 41. So now you have to standardize. So standardize means you have to subtract mu and divide by sigma from all the three terms. So it is 37 minus mu divided by sigma is less than x minus mu by sigma is less than 41 minus mu divided by sigma. So this is equal to probability of 37 minus 42 divided by 4 is less than z is less than 41 minus 42 divided by 4, which is equal to probability of, so 37 minus 42 divided by 4 will give minus 1.25 is less than z is less than. Here you will get minus 1 by 4. So it will be minus 0.25. So this is equal to, so now let us draw the standard normal curve. So mark z equal to 0, the extremity is minus infinity and infinity. Now see that both the values, this and this, are negative. So they will come on the left tail of the curve. So draw two lines. So first line here will be z equal to minus 1.25. And then the other value for this line, it will be z equal to minus 0.25. So now because z is lying between these two values, you have to shade only between minus 1.25 and minus 0.25. So this is written as area from minus 1.25 to minus 0.25. So you should remember always that we cannot find out the area from one number to another number. We can find out only from one number to infinity. So from the starting point of the shading till infinity, draw a bracket, and from the ending point of the shading till infinity, draw another bracket. So the larger flower bracket area, that means area from minus 1.25 to infinity minus the smaller flower bracket area, that is equal to area from minus 0.25 to infinity, that will give us the shaded area. So this is equal to, it is 0.8944 minus 0.5987. So final answer is probability of 37 less than x less than 41 is equal to 0.2957. So if you practice these 6 subdivisions, you will be able to solve any type of problem on the normal distribution. But all these problems need a lot of practice. Please make sure that you practice all these problems because it is a sure question. So the first problem which I solved, it had 6 subdivisions, and like I said, if you practice all the 6 subdivisions, you'll be able to solve any kind of problem on a normal distribution. Now this particular problem which we are going to work out now is slightly different. There's only a very small difference, only the last step will change. So let's read the question. The weights of 1000 students are normally distributed with mean 40 kgs and standard deviation 4 kgs. Find the number of students with weight, first subdivision less than 50 kgs, second subdivision between 40 and 45 kgs. So like I said, this will be a 5-mark question, and it will have 2 subdivisions, one either less than and the other more than, and the other subdivision can be between 2 values. Now the first problem which we worked out, which had 6 different subdivisions, they had asked us only to find out the probability. But here they have asked us to find the number of students. So because they have asked us to find out the number of students, they have also given the total number of students who are there, that is capital N is equal to 1000. So once we get the probability, you have to multiply that probability with 1000 and then we will get the number of students. So read the question carefully. If they ask probability, it will be a value between 0 and 1, and if they ask the number of students, the probability answer should be multiplied with capital N. Similarly, if they say find the percentage of students, then you have to multiply the probability with 100. So let's start the problem. Write given. So here the total number of students are given. So capital N is equal to 1000. The mean. So mean is mu, that is equal to 40. Standard deviation means sigma, that is equal to 4. If they give variance, then it means sigma square is equal to that particular value, and sigma will be root of that value. So be very careful when you go through the question. So next is you have to define X. Now in this question they are talking about the weights of students. So X denotes weights of students. Then we usually write that is X follows normal 40, 4 square. So this is actually mu and this is actually sigma square. If you don't know how to write it, it's fine. It's not so important. Then the next important step is we know that Z is equal to X minus mu divided by sigma follows normal 0, 1. So this step is important. So now let us start with the first subdivision. So what is the first subdivision? They have asked find the number of students with weight less than 50. So first we have to find out the probability. So write consider probability of X is less than 50. What is the next step? You have to standardize. What is standardize? From X subtract mu divide by sigma is less than, write 50 subtract mu and divide by sigma. So this is equal to, it is probability of X minus mu by sigma is Z is less than 50 minus 40 divided by 4. This is which is equal to probability of Z is less than, you will get 2.5. So next let us draw the standard normal curve. So Z is 0, minus infinity, infinity. Now 2.5 is a positive value, so mark it on the right tail of the curve. Next you should see the sign, it is less than. When it is less than, you have to shade to the left of the value. So shade from 2.5 till minus infinity. So this is equal to area from 2.5 to minus infinity. Now comes the important step. Minus infinity area we cannot find out from the table. So only from any number to infinity we can find out from the tables. So now what you should do, you should change the sign throughout. So this becomes area from minus 2.5 to infinity. And what is the reason? This can happen only because the normal distribution is symmetric. So next find out what is the area from minus 2.5 to infinity. So we'll get probability of X less than 50 is equal to, so the area is 0.9938. Okay, so the problem doesn't end here. They haven't asked us to find out the probability, but they have asked us to find out the number of students. So I will complete this first subdivision here itself. So I'll just draw a line and I am going to find this solution here. So they asked find the number of students with weight less than 50 kgs. So you have to write therefore the number of students with weight less than 50 kgs is, so write the value 1000 into 0.9938. So this is actually our n and this is p of x. So when you multiply, you will get 993.8. So you should round it off. So it is 994. If you don't know to write the sentence, so just multiply the probability with capital N, and whatever answer you get, you should round it off to a whole number. So the next slide, I will complete the second subdivision. So we'll solve the next subdivision, that is between 40 and 45 kgs. So subdivision B, consider probability of 40 and 45 kgs. So its probability of 40 is less than x is less than 45. So again standardize. So this is probability of 40 minus mu divided by sigma is less than x minus mu by sigma is less than 45 minus mu divided by sigma. So this is probability of 40 minus 40 divided by 4 is less than z is less than 45 minus 40 divided by 4, which is equal to probability of 40 minus 40 is 0. 0 divided by any number will be 0 is less than z is less than 45 minus 40 by 4 is 5 divided by 4, which is 1.25. So draw the standard normal curve. Center line is z equal to 0, extremities minus infinity and infinity. Then the first value here is 0. So 0 is already marked in the curve. The other value is 1.25. 1.25 is a positive value. So mark it on the right tail of the curve, that is z equal to 1.25. Now z is lying between 0 and 1.25. So shade only between 0 and 1.25. Now keep in mind that we cannot find out the area between two numbers, but only we can find out the area from one number to infinity. So what you should do now, from the starting point of the shading till infinity, you draw one bracket, and from the ending point of the shading till infinity you draw another bracket. So the larger flower bracket area minus the smaller flower bracket area will give the shaded area. So this is equal to area from 0 to infinity minus the area from 1.25 to infinity. So now what I'm going to talk about is important. The total area under the curve is 1. So from 0 to infinity, it is always 0.5, and from 0 to minus infinity also the area is 0.5. So remember that the area from 0 to infinity is 0.5 minus area from 1.25 to infinity. Now how do you find out this area, that is from 1.25 to infinity? So in the statistical tables under the standard normal curve, so here you will have the z value. So under z, first you search for 1.2. Then you'll have columns like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Then what you have to do is first search for z 1.2, and then you search under column 5 what is the value here. So if you check in the tables, The area from 1.25 to infinity is 0.1056. So this is equal to 0.3944. So therefore, probability of 40 less than x less than 45 is equal to 0.3944. But we shouldn't stop the problem here, otherwise you will lose 1 mark. What we should do is we have to find the number of students. So therefore, the number of students with weight between 40 and 45 kgs is, so it is 1000 into 0.3944. So this is equal to 394.4, and you're always supposed to round off the value. So the final answer is 394. So in this video, I have solved two problems. The first problem had 6 subdivisions and the second problem had 2 subdivisions. So like I have repeatedly said that the normal distribution is a sure question, that is the 32nd question is based on the normal distribution for 5 marks and it will have 2 subdivisions. So you can also solve many more problems and refer to my playlist based on the normal distribution, and from those videos you can also learn how to find out the area from the standard normal curve. Thank you all for watching, and I'm sure this video is going to help many of you.